Hey gang, Anthony Fontana here, Alive After 5, just coming at you from our home here on Long Island, winding down a somewhat busy day. I just want to talk a little bit about something on the tax side of things. Some of you know or some of you don't know, I've been a tax advisor now for the better part of 39 plus years. In addition to all the other things that I do, this is actually something that I love. And every year, my little tiny practice has been growing and growing and growing. I had sold my original practice in the early 90s, and I kind of left the business, at least from terms of a full-time practice. But I still love it. And every now and again, I get an urge to put some content out there. I do have a tax channel on YouTube that I've actually already set up. This is something that I'm going to be talking to some of you guys about if you're independent contractors. And here's why I'm talking about it today. I put a very tiny post up, a response to a tax question in a real estate group. Well, I got 168 responses to that particular little 3-sentence quote. And I'm working on a bunch of appointments with some of these agents in terms of how to execute a slightly more effective, a tax strategy. A lot of people don't realize this. They use TurboTax and some crap that they buy in Staples, and they think that they're getting their taxes done. Well, a tax advisor is a little bit different. We don't prepare taxes. We prepare you to not have to pay as much as you would normally pay if you did this stuff on your own. So here's a very quick tax tip to those of you that are independent contractors. This is someone that gets either a 1099 or a bunch of 1099s as an independent contractor for one or more companies. You're a distributor for something. You're a network marketer. You're an MLMer. You could be a realtor. You're not really connected with me. Most of my realtor agents know this stuff because I teach it and preach it to them on a regular basis. But this is something that a lot of people aren't even aware of. So if you're an independent contractor getting a 1099, or you have a small business, maybe you have a small mechanic shop that you're running out of your garage. I know a lot of people, just to make ends meet, have side gigs. And a lot of these side gigs generate a lot of little tiny checks every month, and they tend to add up. Here's a really, really good tip. You can literally, and you may not know this, you can hire your children who are under the age of 18, even if they have jobs, if they're working in a supermarket or doing something part-time, you can hire your kids to work for your little business, and you can pay them a salary in that business, paying the money directly into an account that's a trust account or an in-trust of account that you actually control. Their name, your name is on this. So you control the money going into the account. And you can pay your kids, believe it or not, up to $12,050 a year, completely tax-free and completely devoid of any employment taxes, withholding taxes, any of that. In other words, in a nutshell, you have little Joey who's 14 years old and you're a real estate agent and you have to do mailings and you have to do a whole bunch of work. The IRS allows you to pay little Johnny basically $1,000 a month. The money goes into a checking account that you control, which means you can use that money on behalf of Johnny. You can pay him an allowance at it, whatever you want to do. You get a complete tax deduction against your individual business income. Now, the job, it can't be mowing your lawn or doing some, dopey things around the house. There have to be income-related activities that help you run your business. And with a quick phone call from me, we can clarify how you do that. And it has to be something fair and reasonable. Now, a 7-year-old is probably not going to be a child that you should use for this purpose. I would suggest somebody 10 years and above is perfectly fine. Your 16 to 17-year-old child can be put on your payroll without any taxes being taken out, and they don't have to worry about paying any income taxes on that. They're allowed to earn up to $12,050 a year. This year, it's going to go up in 2021. As of right now, that's how much they can earn, completely tax-free, not have to pay any taxes. Now, guess what you could do? If you have the wherewithal to actually execute that and not have to concern yourself with the fund flow, a $50 a month investment from a child into a Roth IRA at the age of 16, by the time they're 65 years old, if they continue doing just that little tiny bit, get them disciplined now to do it, it's probably going to be in excess of $300,000 invested that they will have in their name by the time they're 65. And of course, That's a long time out when you're 15 and 16 years old. But guess what? The discipline of doing that is so incredibly important. You as the parent have an obligation to educate your children on finances. And if you can incorporate them into your business world, save yourself a tremendous amount of self-employment taxes. Let's be realistic. $12,000 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that's around $1,500 a year. If you have 2 children, that's $3,000 a year that you're not paying in self-employment tax, nor are you paying income tax on it for yourself or for them. It comes right off your bottom line. It's a fantastic way to deduct. Simple technique. Now, some of you guys, if you listen to me at all in this area, you know I'm a very big proponent of S corporation setup. S corporations are a slightly different game, but it still can be executed using an S corp. There's a different system in place to do that, completely legitimate, completely legal. So if you're incorporated and you're an S corp, speak to me. Reach out to me. This is the time of the year to get me on the phone. It's busy. It's going to get really crazy busy. My evenings are going to get jammed up. My weekends will get jammed up. I guarantee between now and the end of February. So give me a call anytime you need something or a question about this. One quick tax strategy. It may not be applicable to you, but guess what? You might know somebody that's got a small business and they can use a tax break or 2 or 10. Reach out to me. Let me know if I can help in any way. But that's going to be tonight's little tip from Tony, a little tax tip from Tony. But let me say hi to a couple of people. Hey, cousin David. David, I know you're aware of this stuff. Cousin Frank's in here. Hi, Bryce. Hi, Nadine. What I got to know? What's going on, my man? Laura, now Wisconsin, Florida. How are you? Hi, Frida. What's going on? Frank is in the room. And Irene and Carol. Thank you for joining, guys. If you know anyone that could use some tax advice, or if you could use some free tax advice, some free consultation, reach out to me, please. This is the time to get someone professional involved in your finances. The goal is to save money and to keep it out of IRS pockets. So we love you guys. Have a great night. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do another one of these in the next couple of days. God bless. Have a great night.